Oh, sorry, I did not see you right there. Yes, what do you need? Oh, you're looking for Austin Dunham? And what for? Oh, you want to learn how to build muscle with calisthenics? Okay, he'll be in shortly, but is there anything particular that you wanted to know? Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. Well, he said he will be expecting you today, so he wanted me to tell you this. He wanted me to tell you that there's a lot of misconceptions involving in building muscle with calisthenics, and a lot of fallacies and ignorance towards learning about it. So when he gets in, I'll make sure to tell him that you came by, and we'll get it all straightened out, okay? What? Oh, Mr. Dunham is in? Okay. The doctor will be in shortly with you, alright? Just hang tight. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, Bob, what is up, man? You calling for me? Yeah, we had a meeting today. You was here to learn how to build muscle with calisthenics, right? Well, sorry I'm kind of sweaty. I just got back from the gym from making some gains, but I can still help you, okay? Now, I got a checklist here on all the things I'm gonna teach you about today. I got 10 things on the list, and after we're done today, you're gonna know how to build some muscle and make some gains with body weight only, all right? That sounds good? All right, now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sweaty and dirty. This isn't professional at all, so I'm gonna go change real quick. Is that okay? All right, man, see you in a bit. All right, that's more like it. All right, now, you said you wanted to learn about building muscle with calisthenics. Well, fortunately for you, I've been doing calisthenics for 11 months, and I've gotten pretty ripped. At least I say so myself. Okay, so I got 10 things on this list, and first things first, we're gonna start off with diet. Now, to build muscle with calisthenics, you need a pretty good diet, filled with protein and carbs. Now, my diet isn't great, but I make sure to hit between 0.5 grams to 1 grams per pound of body weight every single day, because without protein, you can't build muscle. And also, you gotta make sure you're eating enough. So if you're a skinny little guy, you gotta make sure that you're eating probably around 3,000 or more calories a day. If you're eating salads, celery, and all this other girly foods, then you're not gonna gain no muscle, sir. Please drop down that salad and eat a steak, maybe two. Okay, the second thing that I'm gonna put on this list is do cardio. Now you say, why would I do cardio to gain muscle? Well, let me explain, okay? When you do cardio, it keeps you healthy on the inside and the outside. Now, you might realize this, okay? When somebody does cardio and they lose fat, they burn fat, they lose weight, right? But guess what? They look ripper, they look bigger in a sense, even though they weigh less. So that's why you should add cardio to your routine. Now, you'll lose weight, yes, you'll burn the fat, but in doing so, you'll get that illusion that you're bigger. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right, let's move on to the third step. All right, the third step to building muscle with calisthenics is you gotta have the right rep scheme. Now, if you're doing tons and tons of push-ups, I'm talking 30, 40, 50 plus, you gotta change it up, my friend. You gotta keep your rep scheme between 8 and 12. Actually, you can do 6 and 12. Yeah, you can get away with 6 and 12, so let's just say 6 and 12, okay? So keep your rep scheme between 6 and 12. Do not go any higher. Do not go any lower. Okay, if you go any lower, you're just gaining strength. If you go any higher, you're just building endurance. So you want to find that sweet spot in the middle to build some nice quality lean muscle. Now combine this with the cardio and the diet, and you will be building some muscle. Alright, the next tip to building muscle with calisthenics body weight only is that you have to have a balanced routine. And what I mean by this is that you can't be doing like tons of push-ups and very little pull-ups, or vice versa, tons of pull-ups and no push-ups. You gotta make sure you split your pushing, pulling, vertical and horizontal movements all even, so that they all get trained at the same frequency throughout the week. And an example is my personal routine, right? I do push, pull, legs, push, pull, right? And in that push routine, I do a horizontal and a vertical movement with the same amount of sets and reps. And in the pull routine, I do a horizontal and vertical pulling movement with the same sets and reps. So that all balances out. There's no off balance or misbalances anywhere. So just make sure to keep your routine balanced, and everything will straighten out itself, I promise. All right, now let's move on to the next step to building muscle with calisthenics. Okay, the next step to building muscle with calisthenics is a big one. I see this so much, and it just blows my mind the amount of people who do this. And what I'm talking about is doing cycles. You know, like those cycle routines, like do 20 push-ups, next immediately after do 10 dips, then do 15 pull-ups, then do a muscle up. No, 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 no. I'm telling you, that is wrong for building muscle. You're not going to gain any muscle doing those type of routines. You're only going to gain endurance, all right? So what I suggest that you do to build muscle with calisthenics is to train like a bodybuilder. And that's what I do. I do sets and reps. And the amount of sets and reps you should do, we already talked about it earlier. The amount of reps, keep it between 6 and 12, no lower, no higher. And the sets, you want to keep between 3 and 5 according to the movement that you're doing. Now, I usually do 4 sets for every exercise that I do, and it works pretty well, I would say. All right, so remember, train like a bodybuilder, but think like a bodyweight trainer. All right, let's move on to the next tip. All right, the next tip is pretty obvious. A lot of people do it, at least I hope you do, and that is to track your progress. Now, how do you not track progress? Is by just going in and out every day, just doing your normal stuff, not remember how many sets and reps you do, you know. So how do you know if you're making progress if you're not tracking it, right? So that's what you need to do. Either get your phone or any type of notepad, pen and paper. When you work out, write down the exercise that you do, write down the number of reps and sets that you did, and then over time, you know, within 3, 4, 6 months, see if you have improved any beyond that point. And if you have, then good, you're doing something right. If not, then this leads to my other point, in which you need to switch up exercises and keep variation within your routine. Now, just don't keep doing one-handed push-ups forever. Just remember, if you hit a plateau, just change the exercise, change the amount of reps. You know, go low, go higher than what I say, but try and go lower. Is always better than higher. And just keep it at that, or change the number of sets, and you should bust that plateau. All right, and remember, it takes a long time to see results in regards to building muscle. All right, so let's move on to the next tip. All right, another way to build muscle with calisthenics is to do skill training. And what I mean by skill training is doing anything that requires you to hold yourself under amount of time. So this is front levers, planches, handstands, back levers, any other things like that. So do it before you work out, after your warm up, and you'll be fine. All right, and the last and final, the 10th tip to building muscle with calisthenics is to be patient and keep it consistent. If you're not consistent with anything, you're not going to get the results that you want. In and out every day, I always work out, right? That's being consistent. Just remember, if you skip a workout, that you're hindering not only yourself, but your future progress, all right? So remember to stay consistent, be patient. It takes a long time to see these results. I've been doing calisthenics for 11 months, and I'm still not where I want to be. I'm always continuing and making progress. Who knows? It might take me 5 to 10 years to get where I want to be. I'm patient, and just make it a lifestyle, and everything will be okay. All right, sir, that brings us to the end of our meeting. I hope you're satisfied with the amount of information I've given you today. But let me review the information that we reviewed today, and that is to have a good diet, do cardio, have a good rep scheme, progressive overload, do skills, be consistent and patient, have a balanced routine, don't do cycles, train like a bodybuilder, track your progress, and lastly, switch your exercises and have a variety. Now, if you're satisfied with this meeting, sir, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and comment for future informational tutorials, videos, motivational stuff regarding bodyweight calisthenic training. All right, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out.